Imagine walking into a room full of teenagers. Someone says, "That's Loki fire, no cap." You pause. Did they just speak English? They did. Sort of. Welcome to the world of slang, an ever-changing, informal, and often confusing subset of language that's woven into how we talk every day. Whether it's groovy from the 70s or vibe check from TikTok, slang is everywhere. But why do we invent it? Why does slang evolve so fast? And what does the way we use it say about us, our identity, and the culture we live in? Let's break it down. What is slang, really? Slang is more than just a few trendy words. It's a linguistic shortcut, a form of expression that often carries more cultural meaning than a dictionary could ever capture. Technically, slang refers to informal words or phrases not typically found in formal writing or speech. It often emerges in specific groups, like teenagers, subcultures, or communities, and spreads outward. Think of slang as language in motion. It's experimental, rebellious, personal. And it's been with us for centuries. From Shakespeare's use of Elizabethan street talk to modern social media slang like stan or sus, humans have always bent language to reflect how they really feel, not just how they're supposed to sound. Slang is about identity. Here's the thing, slang isn't just about sounding cool. It's about belonging. The words you use send a message. I'm part of this group. I know the code. I get it, and maybe you don't. When teens coin new slang, it's often a way to carve out their own linguistic space, separate from parents, teachers, or authority figures. It signals identity and in-group membership. Subcultures do the same. Skaters, gamers, hip-hop artists, LGBTQ+ communities, all have developed their own evolving slang to reflect their experiences and create social bonds. But once that slang goes mainstream, it often gets dropped. Why? Because slang is coolest when it's exclusive. The evolution of slang mirrors society. Slang changes fast because society changes fast. In the digital age, new words can spread globally within hours thanks to memes, TikTok trends, or viral tweets. Compare that to earlier eras, where slang evolved more slowly through spoken word and local culture. Each wave of slang reflects the concerns, humor, and priorities of the moment. Groovy captured the peace and love ethos of the 60s. Rad reflected 80s youth rebellion. Lit and On Fleek celebrated hype culture in the 2010s. Riz or Slay ride the Gen Z wave of internet humor and social dynamics. Language is reactive. When culture shifts, slang updates its dictionary. Why adults usually don't get it. Ever cringed when a brand tries to use Gen Z slang and gets it wrong? There's a reason it feels off. Slang isn't just about the words. It's about the context, tone, delivery, and crucially, authenticity. When someone outside the intended group tries to adopt slang, it can feel forced or performative. That's because slang is relational. It works best between people who share the same references, humor, and unspoken rules. Slang, in this sense, is like fashion. Just because you can wear the clothes doesn't mean you pull them off. Slang helps language adapt. Now here's where it gets interesting. Slang plays a key role in how language evolves over time. New slang words often fill gaps in meaning, offer shortcuts for complex emotions, or reflect emerging cultural concepts. They're efficient, expressive, agile, and over time, some slang terms become standard English. Think about words like cool, once slang, now universal. Okay, originated from a jokey abbreviation in the 1830s. Jazz, from African American slang. Hang out, originally slang, now common. What starts on the fringes often becomes the norm. That's the power of collective usage. Slang may be unofficial, but it's often the first draft of tomorrow's language. The role of technology. We can't ignore how the internet has supercharged slang. Texting, memes, emojis, TikTok sounds, gaming chats. All these platforms have created micro-languages that evolve by the minute. Entire phrases can go viral, die, and be resurrected within a week. Online slang also blends global cultures in unprecedented ways. A slang word born in Nairobi might show up in a London drill track. A phrase coined by a queer creator on TikTok can end up in a corporate ad campaign. It's decentralized, fast, and constantly remixing itself. We're no longer just consumers of slang, we're all co-creators. Slang as resistance. Slang isn't always fun and games, it can be political. Marginalized communities have long used slang as a way to push back against dominant culture, mask communication from outsiders, or reclaim power. Consider African American Vernacular English, AV, with deep roots in resilience, culture, and identity. Polari, a coded language once used by gay men in Britain to communicate discreetly. Immigrant communities blending languages into hybrid forms, like Spanglish, to express dual identity. In these cases, slang isn't just playful, it's survival. It creates space for expression where there was none. Slang dies, but not really. Slang is constantly dying, but it also reincarnates. Every generation has their own version of cool. The words change, but the need for slang remains consistent. Sometimes old slang comes back as retro or ironic. Think of people using groovy today for fun. Or how dude went from surfer talk to a casual staple. The cycle repeats. Always. So, why do we use slang? Because it's natural. Because we want to connect. Because we want to belong. Because we want to play with words, bend the rules, and make language reflect our lives in real time. Slang isn't lazy speech. It's creative speech. It's linguistic jazz. And even if you don't always understand it, it's helping push language forward. Final thoughts. Slang is proof that language isn't static, it's alive. It bends. It adapts. It reflects who we are right now, not who grammar books say we should be. And the next time you hear a phrase that makes you raise your eyebrows, pause before you roll your eyes. It might just be the future of English unfolding in real time. Because at its heart, slang is human. It's how we make meaning together, one inside joke, viral phrase, or iconic comeback at a time. If this breakdown on slang got you thinking, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more smart takes on everyday topics. What's your favorite slang word of all time? Or one you still don't fully understand? Drop it in the comments. I'm always learning too. Stay curious. Stay conversational. See you in the next one.